Welcome everybody, Salam alaikum. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer of the Orientation Week for inviting me to present the activities of the Enrichment Program Office. Let me introduce myself and the Enrichment Office team. I am Marie-Laure Boulot, Director of the Office, and I run the programs and web in particular since the inception of KAUST. I am very proud to work with a talented and creative international team. You will meet them, my colleagues, in the upcoming weeks: Abir, Abdulaziz, Lamis, Meram, Guillaumard, Yao, and Verona. Today, I will present to you an introduction to the Winter Enrichment Program called WEP, along with Professor Khalid Salemma, who has been nominated by the VP of Academic Affairs to be the chair of WEP 2021. I have divided my presentation into 4 main parts. Part 1, about WEP. Part 2, WEP 2021. Part 3, next steps. Part 4, more programs run by the office. Part 2 will be presented by Professor Salemma. Let's watch the wrap-up video of last WEP.
WEP is a unique feature of KAUST, is a treasure of KAUST. It's a very important component of the education. WEP sort of brings people from everywhere, from the world, a little bit different from what you've been doing, but related to what you're doing. So hopefully this will serve as an inspiration to all of us to be more innovative, creative, and to know there's a big world out there that whatever you're doing can help.
Personalized medicine is the wave of the future, how to actually take medicine to the next stage. Over the years, we discovered that not a single solution fits all. You find some patients get treated well with some medicines with certain dosages and some others don't. So this is something where technology and data would actually help improve the quality of healthcare.
Beyond the science and beyond the talks, we had exhibit about art and microbes. We had a great musician from New York, jazz music. We had an a cappella science and a final gala performance with a Saudi musician and French musician. We do develop also master classes to make sure that students will do some hands-on activity and create and think out of the box. This is the whole purpose of WEP.
Actually, I like how much they are very interested in science. They choose like a very interested subject and a very new one. Because in Al-Madina, for example, never like attend any lecture about personalized medicine, so it's a really new one and it's really interested. So I like that we came for this subject specifically.
I think WEP is a very good opportunity to learn about topics that we are not familiar with.
Being at an event like this where you can interact with people from the outside, get feedback to know that what you're thinking and what your ideas are valid and do have foothold in the real world and everywhere around the world is extremely beneficial.
It's a very enriching experience. It helps us with our critical thinking.
It's really hard to describe it. It was lovely.
Enjoy WEP and come back next year.
Under the umbrella of the VP for Academic Affairs, our mission is to enrich with our program KAUST students, faculty, community members, but also the kingdom. What is web? This topic is of particular interest to those of you who are new at KAUST and thus will have to take web to graduate. I encourage you to look at the 10 years of web keynote lectures book. You will share with us the keynote lecture which are your favorite, from Nobel laureates to famous artists, entrepreneurs, and leaders from the kingdom. Web is part of your curriculum. It's mandatory, you have to attend, and you will get credits and mandatory events. To meet web requirement, you will have to get 30 credits, you will have to attend all keynote events, and you will have to attend the mandatory events. Web is part of your curriculum. The Winter Enrichment Program at KAUST is a 2-week program that takes place during an interlude in the academic semester in January, when courses are not offered. Web hosts eminent international guest speakers, Nobel laureates, KAUST speakers, entrepreneurs, academics, and distinguished local and regional leaders and decision makers. Khaled, can I move over to you to present?
Welcome everyone to Web 2021. This year's winter enrichment period is about connectivity. This is the first 100% virtual web that we do at KAUST. You all heard what Marie-Laure mentioned about web and how important is this program to your education and to the university and to the whole world as a whole. Web is organized under the supervision of the VP of Academic Affairs, Professor Yves Nanou, and is run by Marie-Laure and her team, where they run the logistics of the program, while the faculty and the speakers and the keynote speakers and visitors are actually conducting all the teaching of the program. This year's program is chaired by myself. My name is Khalid Salemma. I'm a professor of electrical engineering, one of the founding faculty of KAUST. My work is mainly on sensors, integrated sensor, Internet of Things, and how to improve the quality of life of people by integrating sensors in their life. The program is co-chaired by Professor Pieng Ong. She is a professor of environmental science and engineering, and her work is on desalination, into microbial discovery, into pollution, and sustainability in general. Between us, we worked on coming up with the theme of connectivity and how it's important for our life and our humanity. One of the interesting things about this web is that for the first time ever, we conducted a competition in Saudi Arabia where we're looking for the logo and the symbol for Web 2021. Every year, we have a nice picture that resembles the concepts, talks about the concepts, and tries to demonstrate different aspects of the concept. This year's concept is about connectivity and how the world is connected and what technologies are we using to connect the world. This year's competition was won by Ilham Mullah. She's a student at Al Qura University, and we had a big collection of applicants. More than 60 applicants applied from within KAUST and from different Saudi universities, and her design was chosen by a committee of 10 members from different aspects of the university. Now, what's connectivity? You will be wondering about why did we choose this theme and this topic? And it's interesting that when we started looking into this topic, we did not envision that it's going to be involved in every aspect of our life. I come from a background in electrical engineering where we developed technologies to connect the world. We looked into satellite communications, we looked into computer networks, fiber optic cables, wireless communications, and this topic is something that I'm very familiar with, and it touches my life and my research. And I figured out that this would be an interesting topic to share with everyone. I had discussions with colleagues in biology where they were talking about small aspects happening in Australia that can actually couple through the environment and through the planet and affects actually things that are happening here in the Red Sea at KAUST. So it sounded like an interesting topic that we should be looking into. We all heard about major problems happening right now where people can steal your credit card and they can use it to buy things. So hacking and cybersecurity is something that's of interest. And it's interesting that someone sitting somewhere in the world can actually find all the information he knows about you through the internet. So this sounded like an interesting topic that everyone should learn about, so that you would be able to deal with it. Nowadays, we are struggling with a situation that humanity haven't seen before, at least in recent history. And that is actually an interesting topic, because what happens in a certain place of the world could actually travel on a plane and manifest itself in another environment. The world is very connected everywhere. We are no longer producing everything in one location. We are actually a global environment right now. And thus, when you start cutting the communication, when you actually stop planes from flying, the connectivity between the worlds stops, and actually our life stops. And that's in a nutshell what we wanted to discuss. How can we actually, things that happen in one part of the world affects another part of the world? How can we improve our life by this connectivity? But at the same time, how can we make sure that the harmful effects of connectivity will never happen again and will not affect us? Now, what do we offer at Web? And that's an interesting question. Web is a collection of events. It's not only about keynote talks. It's not only about lectures. It's not only about workshops. There are so many things about Web that's extremely important that everyone should be familiar with. As a start, it's a mandatory program. It's part of your education. Everyone has to take this program. And I advise even PhD students to take it in their first year degree, because as you progress in time, you'll be busy with your research. You might be attending some conferences, or you might be simply going on vacation on Christmas to visit your family, and you will not be able to come back on time. So I advise everyone to take this program in the first year. Obviously, if you're a master's student, you have to take it in the first year. The second question that people ask, can I get a waiver of Web? And the answer is not. Not only because there are so many lectures and material that you will benefit from, but some of the things that you will experience during this program, you will never see anywhere in the world. If you look at the 10-year program, you will find that you will be exposed to some lectures from different aspects of life. It's not only about the technical stuff. It's also about the cultural aspects. It's also about the entrepreneurial aspects that you learn through the program. All of these programs come together and actually are complementary to your technical education as a master's or a PhD student at KAUST. So that's the first advice I tell you. Make sure that you attend it in your first year and don't delay it for later. The second thing is there are mandatory courses that everyone should take, like the keynote talks. Everyone has to attend them. There are mandatory courses you have to take, and there are options that you would be choosing from, and more details will be coming later. In a nutshell, this program is comprehensive. You will find panel talks, you will find competitions, you will find cultural events, concerts, you will find lectures, courses, master classes. All of these come together to provide a very valuable and educational experience. What are the next steps that you have to take care of when you are dealing with Web? And the first one is registration. You have to make sure that you are actually going to be registered in this program, and make sure that you attend all the education events that we are conducting during your orientation about this program, so that you know exactly about the details of courses, materials, how do you register. All of this is important for us. We're going to be having multiple events during the semester to introduce you to the program, to actually tell you more about the program. If you have ideas about how to enrich the program, feel free to get in touch with us. We're always happy to improve our program, and everyone has his own idea about how to make it better, and we're open for ideas and suggestions from everyone. Now, few things to know about the Web. Now, there are mandatory number of courses that you have to take, and number of credits you have to fulfill. So you really need to make sure that you actually go over the rural regulations of Web to make sure that you fulfill the regulations. You have to register for Web, because if you do not register, we cannot figure out who's attending what, because many of the events are actually very popular that it get oversubscribed. So you need to register early on to make sure that you get the topics and that you are interested in. There are multiple registration points, and we're going to give you feedback during the process. Another important thing is, Don't miss the event. The event happens in January in a 2 weeks period. Do not think of this as something that you can watch later. It's extremely important that we have an interactive program. You learn a lot by attending live the events and actually asking questions and interacting with your fellow colleagues. Don't count on being the first 100% online program that you will actually watch it at a different point of time in the future. This event is designed to make sure that everyone interacts with everyone. And it's not only about interacting with your fellow students. It's about interacting with the community as a whole at KAUST. There are many events that are open for the community at KAUST. And being 100% online, this year event is going to be open worldwide. Typically, at any year, we have about 5,000 to 6,000 attendees at KAUST. This year, we are predicting that these numbers are going to be multiplied by 10 because the event is going to be worldwide attended. Many of these events we do short videos of them and post them at the end of the day so that people can get a snapshot of what happened during the day. And these are nice to share with your friends and colleagues worldwide to tell them about what you have seen, what you have talked about, and what events that you like most. Okay, with that, I leave it to Marie-Laure again. Thank you.
The TEDx KAUST. The Enrichment Office sponsored the organization of the student-led event TEDx KAUST. The third TEDx KAUST will be held in 2021. The dates are to be confirmed. All the talks from TEDx KAUST 2019 and 2017 are available on the Enrichment's website and the YouTube channel. Artists in Labs. Art is a source of inspiration for innovative science. The Artists in Labs program is a 3-month residency exchange where artists and scientists work together to bring inspiring ideas to the public.
I applied for the Artists in Labs residency because it was about water, and I thought, okay, I need to take this opportunity. I was very motivated to be part of a university or a community of scientists.
لما يعني انقال لي إن هذا البرنامج إنه فيه أصلاً يتكلم عن جبال الألب كان صدمة لي.
I had a really good relationship with Frederick.
أو تشوفهم هم يشتغلوا كيف يطوروا المواد بالنسبة لها هذه فكرة جديدة.
This period was very rich in understanding how much we could do for arts and with arts.
I need to work with materials.
For the scientists, artists provide a different view on what they're doing. A collaboration between a scientist and artists, I think, is enriching, certainly for the scientists.
An artist is far outside of the normal way in which we look at things.
Art and science can communicate.
She came up with so many ideas that is beyond our imagination from a scientific perspective.
Marie has very nice structures. I just bring out 10 by 10 centimeter tiles.
يعني كانت أجمل بحيرة يعني شفتها من ناحية جمالية جدا وشاعرية.
إنه كيف تقدر تطبع بالون في هذا الحالة أنت من جد وقتها قدرت تسوي مساحة للكلمة.
She showed classic old maps that are famous. I was interested in doing something with her.
This is a place full of ideas.
Where we started is so miles away from where we ended up with.
الإقامة الفنية أعتبره أكثر من ممتاز.
Wow, looks amazing.
We started the program in 2016, and for the season 3, 2020 and 2021, we will welcome Ahmed Mater and another international artist that will join us in the spring. We are hoping you will follow us on social media and send us a message before August 28 for a chance to win a book. So hurry up, because we are giving only 20 books away. I thank you, and I hope that you will have questions. We will be happy to answer any question or comments or ideas you may have. Thank you.